It's not that we don't have the data or the tech to make this planet a fair and safe place for the many. It's just that there is no story that matches that ambition coming out of the global leadership today. Rather the opposite, I think we can agree.
Yeah. And you said it very rightly. And I think every entrepreneur faces this, like a moment comes where your knowledge, your being in control actually comes in the way, right? That leads to early success. But as you said, that can be a terrifying moment, but also an opportunity for growth, right? Now, I want to connect it to what you're doing now. Like you're talking about climate, you're talking about sustainability, and you're doing it in the financial world, which if you think of banking or if you think of the VC capital world, it has changed a lot in the last 10 years. But from what I hear, it's still very numbers focused and ROI focused. So how do you deal with what is the grounding, what is the base that you have as a person, as a leader, that allows you to do what you're doing in an industry which traditionally, or at least from the outside, looks very analytical, very numbers driven, and doesn't care where the money comes from as long as it grows and multiplies?
Yeah, I think the first and potentially the most important conclusion is that it's not about me. It's about a lot of people that try to get this done. It's about learning from each other. And it doesn't come down to the sole kind of Mathias of everything. It comes down to a lot of efforts by a lot of talented people. And I've been blessed with the opportunity to work with some really smart people. From early on, starting with having Peter Wikström coming in from the Bank of Holland, who was the CEO or is the CEO, as a very good advisor or component, so to say, in this jigsaw of positive build. Working together with my co-founder, of course, and with the management team at Doconomy and everyone else at Doconomy. It's a true privilege, and it's only a privilege if you understand the gift that it brings. If you think that you are the Ayatollah of rock and roll, the Earl of Punk and the Lord of Funk, then I think you're in deep trouble, right? And that also comes with the VC territory. So I've never raised money before in all my life, but I was very fortunate to early on connect with Paul Morgenthaler at Commerce Ventures, who shared, I believe, the same kind of perspective on what needed to be done and how finance could contribute to resolving one of the greatest crises that we have by turning it into a greater platform of engagement, by turning it into something that connects with people in a way that becomes a handrail for this change that we need to see. And then it has built on from there, I think. And I say I think because I honestly have no idea, except for them to say, but I think all of the investors that we have had coming on board has understood that there is a greater responsibility than short-term returns, but there is no VC in the world going to do anything just because it's the right thing to do. They need to see bottom line results as well. And that's where the rubber needs to hit the road at some stage. I think the world of today is challenged with so many different things that sometimes it's the conflicts taking over the center court from the planetary crisis we face. But that's obviously going to change over time. And as we approach 2030, this is going to be more intense, I believe.